Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your end of September 2018 tarot update. It's Raina here. Two cards came out. I'm going to use both of them. And the final card. Okay. Well, we have some cards here that suggest something to do with addiction, whether you have gotten clean and sober or somebody close to you. But it's like picking up the pieces, maybe. This can also be, I feel like with some people, this is the aftermath of a divorce situation, or, you know, like a separation, legal separation, and trying to make things work again, because the heart of the matter is the Three of Pentacles. This is the Architect's card, and this relates to building a foundation for your life and starting from the ground floor up. Like, instead of, you know, fire signs like us, because I am too, sometimes we're kind of impatient and we want everything yesterday, and there is something to be said for doing things in a methodical way, and first things first, and taking time. So this could be for a relationship, maybe with a Libra individual. We have as the challenge card in this reading the Seven of Cups, and that can be a sense of, you know, it depends with this particular card, because the upright position can be confusion, wishful thinking, addictive tendencies. And in the reversed position, depending on if I deem the rest of the reading positive or not, it could be like getting rid of those, like seeing things clearly now. And I think that because it's in the challenge position, I'm going to read it as the upright, because it's supposed to be whatever is the more challenging, and that might be the upright. This is an example of sometimes with the tarot, that, you know, people are so worried about reverse cards, but the reverse position might be more positive than the upright. So this could be that. So I go back to what I was saying about addiction. Like, maybe you were with somebody and you tried to make it work, and ended up getting dragged down with them. And so whether they had financial problems or just their emotional problems causing chaos in your life, and you've had to let go of that person, but you've had to rebuild your life, you know, and that's fine, because that was a lesson. That, I mean, I don't want to say a lesson. That was more information that you garnered from experiences in life that can allow you to progress with new wisdom. And I really feel that's our purpose. So you were doing what you came here to do. So there's, in other words, there's no wasted time. There's no, oh, why did I do this? No, you did it for a reason, and it has a divine purpose. So the higher message is the Page of Pentacles. This is a card that deals with communication, and sometimes it can be like of a new job, messages of a job, messages of a practical nature. This, if you are somebody, you know, when I say that the Three of Pentacles is and the Architect's card, I'm talking about rebuilding your life in a practical way. And usually I do think of the workplace, because the Three of Pentacles can be you having good teamwork with your coworkers, and you're really working together well as a group. But if we look at it in an even broader sense, it could be just getting your life back on track. And you may have to start all over again, or you may have had to start all over again. So maybe you are looking for work, and this is going to be, hang in there, even if it seems like everything is, all these doors are slamming shut. All you need is one, and you will receive some kind of a message. And whether it comes in September or not, I can't say. Obviously the individual chart is where it's at in terms of those kinds of predictions. But remember too that predictions only go so far. It takes you to make it happen. You have to do your part, and so you have to put yourself out there. As a spiritual message, it can also mean that maybe there's something you need to start that is, maybe there's I was going to say, even with an individual, maybe there is a new relationship that can get formed with an earth sign, and the Pentacles would support that. Taurus, Virgo, I think is the best bet, but also Capricorn is a sign, an earth sign. And maybe that person is somebody you just kind of relegate to the area of friendship, and you're just like, well, they're a great friend, but you don't think of it, and maybe they are the best person for you overall. The more practical advice is related to the Seven of Wands. Stand up for yourself, and also look at the people in your life who create a sense of defensiveness, who trigger you. And a lot of times, I think in spiritual teachings, they try to get us to think, well, don't allow yourself to be triggered by anybody. It's your ego that makes you triggered, your pain body and stuff like that. And there may be a grain of truth in it, but I also believe that unless you're somebody who's triggered by everybody, like you are just defensive, you have a chip on your shoulder, if certain people do that to you, that is a very good sign that you're dealing with somebody who's toxic to you, and you should stay away from those types of people. And that if somebody's putting you on the defensive, and you normally are pretty live and let live, but there are certain people that rub you the wrong way like that, that could be their tactic to make you feel like you're not good enough. And this could be in the workplace too. I mean, these cards could also be suggesting something in the workplace politics, okay? With the Justice card, you may be seeking some kind of mediation, from other co-workers. There might have been some kind of deceptive practices, and you, to have the Three of Pentacles in that scenario, the Three of Pentacles represents what you are entitled to in this lifetime, in a workplace, okay, is to have an office, or a place at work where everyone is on the same page. Doesn't mean everybody loves each other, but they at least are getting along to be able to function, and that they are working as a team. They're not working to be sabotaging other people and things like that. And so you deserve that, in other words. And so you may have always felt at this place that you were on the defensive, that you had to defend yourself. And that might have been a sense of, that might have given you a certain, when somebody keeps criticizing you, then it's like a not a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's something that they do. Then you start to have a chip on your shoulder, and you start to feel insecure. And then they can point to you and say, you see, that person has an inferiority complex, when they were the ones that tried to make you feel that way in the first place. So it's a very destructive environment, to say the least. What is coming in? These are two cards that I got here. One is the Temperance card, and that was what I was talking about. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. The spiritual and the mundane combine. Realizing that even in a workplace where you think that it's all about the money or all about the ambition, that your spiritual well-being, your emotional well-being, water can be your emotions, is important. And that, you know, it's not just about the money. It's also about the emotional well-being. And so that kind of a balance. Also, for some people, they may realize that they are contributing to problems in their life with an addiction, or you finally realize that that person that you were with, maybe you're separated from them or even divorced, but if you're still pining away for them, you realize that you were affected by their addiction. You know, even if you're separated from them, you still are reeling from it, and so that could be something that you have to make peace with. And the other card I got was the Page of Cups. This is a card of a new beginning emotionally. This could be Pisces, if it's a water sign. The other water signs are Cancer and Scorpio, but that card connects to Pisces. It's a card of trusting, but in this particular case, there may have been some scenario where you realize after the fact, you know what? I was too trusting. I should have been more discerning, and I would have seen these things right off the bat. And then it's almost like, kind of like, wow, you know, why didn't I see that? And kind of like scratching your head in a way. But, you know, live and learn. It's okay. It's all good. There's no problems. Like I said, just gathering more information. The outcome, the Queen of Wands, something to feel confident about. It's funny, the Temperance is Sagittarius' card, and this supposedly is Sagittarius too. So being more like yourself, feeling a sense of being authentic, but this is a business card. So if you're, especially if you're a female Sagittarian and you're dealing with domestic issues, personal issues, the work life looks really good. You know, you feel that sense of confidence. You may have a position of authority over others, but I always associate the Queen of Wands with Leo, because it's got the sunflower. So sometimes it can be very aggravating. But you know, the sun represents our core self in this incarnation. Maybe that's why she's holding it, because there's a sense of vitality, a sense of really expressing who you are in the world and still retaining that wonderful emotional caring nature. It's not like this cold, hard ambition. It really is a card of creativity in your ambition as well. Okay, that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. If you would like a private reading, please click on the link below. But I do wish you a great end of September. Bye.